Melody and I have arrived at the Grassy Banks Camping Area in Big Bend Ranch State Park. Let's go check it out. You're looking at Texas Highway 170. Lajitas, Texas is not far down that road, and right off of this highway is the Grassy Banks Camping Area in Big Bend Ranch State Park. Let me show you around. As soon as you pull in, you're going to see campsite 14 off to your left. This is where you park your camping configuration. It's like you got a place to set up a tent. Back behind these barriers, you have a covered picnic table and a fire ring. Not too bad. So campsite 14 is back in there, and then as you proceed down the road, you'll come to this sign, camping area sites 1 through 13. Camping permit required. Melody and I are at a different campground during the recording of this video. I made my reservations online. That's the camping permit they're talking about. Generator hours 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's campsite 15 right there. Also have a covered picnic table. We got 2 Class Bs parked in there now. And right across from site 15 is a restroom. That's going to be a pit toilet. Looks like we may have 2 pit toilets. Clean restroom facilities here at Grassy Banks Camping Area. And yeah, both of these restrooms are serviceable. There are trash receptacles here at Grassy Banks Camping Area. And the camping area borders the Rio Grande River. There's the Rio Grande River right down here. No border crossing point. And they point out that the fine's $5,000 if you cross the border. That's a deterrent for you. But you can put a kayak, canoe. You see a lot of outfitters come down here and drop people off with, kayak, canoe trips going down the river. Let's go down, take a better look at the river. Here's the boat ramp. And here's the Rio Grande River. And right over across the water there, that's Mexico, folks. It sure is pretty here. So you know me, I visit campground scouting for campsites where I can fit my big rig, my Cougar fifth wheel. And I'm at the La Quista campground. There's 4 campsites there. This is the Grassy Banks campground. I did find a site that is big rig friendly. That's site 16, folks. 16 will work if you have the big rig, and you can make it in the access road. So for reference, the toilets, the vault toilets are off to your left. That's campsite 16, big rig friendly, huge site. And this is the camping loop that will take us around to these other campsites. So I'm wondering if they're grading off spots for additional campsites. They surely have room for them. Back there was one graded off spot. It's not a campsite yet. You have to be in a numbered campsite. But they graded this off. That would be a nice campsite. Still got a little pitch on it, but still, you can get a decent sized rig in there if they make it a campsite. Let's continue down this camping loop road, and I'll show you the remaining campsites here at Grassy Banks Camping Area. So like I said, this is one of the few camping areas where I've seen where you can get a big rig in. And I'm pretty certain that these are going to be campsites. This is the third area where I've seen it's been graded off. It's not numbered, but it is a good fair chance that they're going to put campsites in here. That's why I come out and do these videos. I'm recording this. My video queue is pretty long, so you may not see this for a number of months, but I'm filming this on March 1st, 2022. There's a 4th graded campsite. They're not numbered, so keep your fingers crossed. They may be putting some additional big rig friendly campsites in at this campground. Okay, so the Rio Grande is down that way where you see the line of vegetation between me and the mountains. Those mountains are in Mexico. Off to my right is campsite number 17. It is a numbered campsite. You have a picnic table, fire ring, and lamppost. And it's big rig friendly. It's not flat. You got a good grade on that site, but you can get a longer camping configuration in that site. So my personal preference are flat sites where I can get my rig level, and you're not going to be able to get your rig level there. So I am standing in campsite 17. It's the last campsite I just showed you. This is not a loop, folks. It dead ends back here. You can see the remainder of the campsites. That's the way I walked in. Remainder of the campsites, you can see the pavilions right in the right hand side of your screen there. I'm going to walk over there. There's another right there at the Y as you enter the campground. There was another road that will take you there. So this is not a loop. I'm going to walk over and show you those other campsites. Well, Melody and Milo came out to help survey. Well, I found the main camping loop. These are going to be sites 1 through 13. This does make a loop. I just walked down this way, but because there's more than just a handful of campsites, I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm only going to show you the best campsites. Let's get to it. Okay, folks, so I'm putting campsite 1 down. This is campsite 1 you're looking at right here. You could park your RV in here parallel if you wanted, or you could back it straight in. And there's your fire ring and covered picnic table to the rear of the site. Campsite number 1 going down the book, folks. Campsite number 2 also going down the book. You have a little bit more depth than campsite number 3. That one as well. That's a keeper. You have a little bit more room. I would say if you have a medium-sized camper, you should be able to get it in there, especially if you don't have slides. But you have a good bit of room to work with at campsite number 6. Walk you back there. Goes clear back into here. And then there's your picnic table and cover. And yes, you have the road that's right to the rear of the site, but Melody and I are camped not far from this road at another campground, and there's no traffic on there at night. Now that's the kind of camper you need. You can get into almost any site here with one of those casitas. Well, it's taken them a few tries to get that little travel trailer back up in there. I don't know whether I would recommend any more of these sites, not so far. I'm going to walk the rest of the way out, and I'm going to let Milo lead the way. So I couldn't recommend any further campsites in this camping loop. That'll do it for this campground. There is no cell service here on any carrier. And I think I'm going to leave it here. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.